Hey guys, it's Harriet and it is now 4 days until the Paris Marathon 2016. As a lot of people who follow me online are actually running this weekend, I thought I would do a little Q&A / hints and tips for the Paris Marathon just so you guys can have the best weekend possible. If you're not running Paris this weekend, I'm sorry, you can totally click off this video, I will not be offended. But if you do want to track me this weekend, I'll put all the information in the down bar with my number and like the app and stuff so you can see how I get on. First things first, before the race you need to pack. I have made a list of things here of what you cannot forget because you will be absolutely screwed basically. So that is your ID or your passport if you're travelling overseas, your convocation which you can now print off online, your medical certificate signed by your doctor, a sports bra if you're a girl, your shirt to run in, shorts or tights whatever you're wearing to run the race, socks, shoes, hair ties or clips if you need them, your watch or whatever you're going to track your race with if you do that, your hydration belt or a belt to carry your stuff around with you if you run with one of those, pins for your number which are normally provided but just in case sometimes they don't always give you them, nutrition for your race or gels, whatever you have during your race and whatever you want to eat. Don't leave it to buy it in Paris because you probably won't be able to find it, just take it with you. And finally tape or any straps for injuries you have. So hopefully that's all the really important stuff and I haven't forgotten anything. If I have, comment below and tell me because it's probably not in my bag. Basically if you have all of the above you should be fine. There's nothing, hopefully, that is gonna stop you from running the race. Basically my tips for packing and before the race are to be super organised. The more organised you are, the less stressed out you're going to be the day before the race or the day of the race, and it just makes life so much easier. Plan your meals, plan your transport, plan everything you possibly can before you go. There are also two other things that you can do before the race. The first one is to sign up for the Tag Heur 41 kilometre photo. And that is a photo that is basically taken of you at 41 kilometres and posted straight to your Facebook page. And it's really cool because all your friends can see you and see you running before you've even finished. So you'll finish the race and have people on Facebook hopefully cheering you on. To do that I will pop the link below. You have to let Tag Heur have access to your Facebook, but it's fine, they just post a picture and that's it. The second thing you can do is register for an ASICS Pace Your Race Band, and that's basically a wristband that they print out and give to you at the EXPO, and you tell them how fast you want to run the race in and they'll put all the little mile markers on it so you can track where you need to be at each point in the race. As I said, you do also need to register for that in advance, so I will pop the link for that below. So the Paris Marathon Expo is the place you need to go to pick up your race number before the race. And it's really fun because it's the first time you get to see like all the runners and everyone's getting really excited. So the times that the Expo is open this year is on Thursday from 3 PM to 10 PM, on Friday from 10 AM to 8 PM, and on Saturday from 9 AM to 7 PM. And make sure you go because you will not get your race number if you don't go to the Expo. When you turn up at the Expo they want 3 things handed over before they give you your number. The first one is a form of ID, doesn't necessarily have to be your passport. The second one is your medical certificate from your doctor, which you have to have. They won't give you your number if you don't have a medical. And third off is your convocation, which you print off from asochallenges.com. I'll link it below where you need to go. Make sure you take all 3 because they won't give you your number otherwise, and you've seen people in previous years who haven't been given their number because of it. And they don't give you a refund either, so just make sure you've got all the stuff you need. The Expo is absolutely huge. You could probably spend half a day going around it. Like, it's massive. There are hundreds and hundreds of stalls and some really good offers for runners too. So I would highly recommend making some time to spend walking around it. Also, if you're going to be running the Paris Breakfast Run, which is the 5 kilometres on the Saturday before the marathon, then you can pick up your t-shirt for that too, but you do need a convocation to pick up the shirt, so print that off from ASO Challenges if you're doing that. So on the day of the race, the forecast at the moment is to be 20 degrees and sunny, which is not ultimate marathon running conditions, I've got to say, and definitely not what a lot of us have been training in. So make sure that you stay hydrated, take a water bottle with you to the start line and drink lots the day before as well, because it is so dangerous if you get dehydrated whilst running. My top tip for race day is to get to the start line in plenty of time. They shut off the whole of the Champs-Élysées and the roundabout around the Arc de Triomphe, so it is an incredible opportunity to take a photo right right in front of the Arc de Triomphe, and I would not miss it for the world. Make sure that you're there so you're not rushing and you don't miss it. Also, make sure you're familiar with the pen that you're going to be in, which is based on your predicted finishing time, because they do have closing times. I would recommend to be in there between 20 minutes and half an hour before your pen closes, because that is where the portaloos are. So if you want to use the loo, you need to be in there. And the queues get really long because there are normally only about 5 or 6. So yeah, if you need a wee, get there early. And finally, enjoy it. Just go and enjoy the race and have the best time ever. It is going to be incredible. You are going to absolutely love it because Paris is a beautiful city, and I think personally it is the best way to see it. Angela Shepherd on Twitter has asked me, will our Garmin's lose signal in the disco tunnel? And for anyone who doesn't know, the disco tunnel is maybe around kilometre 20. It's definitely in the second half of the race, and it's basically a really long tunnel, maybe a kilometre long, where it's really dark and they play loud music and loads of flashing lights, and it's just good fun and keeps you going. Yes, Garmin's do tend to auto pause in this tunnel, so make sure that your Garmin has auto pause turned off, otherwise you will be kicking yourself. Joe Colligan on Twitter has asked me, where's the best bar closest to the finish? Geordie in need of an additional motivation for the last few kilometres. Now, I personally haven't been to a bar anywhere near the finish line. I normally go home first, then come back out and sort of do my little celebrations then. But I think there are only really hotels near the finish. It's like a really nice grassy area, so what I'm personally going to do is take a bottle of champagne with my support crew and then celebrate at the finish line and then come back out later. But if you do some research, I'm sure there will be a few hotel bars that will welcome you close to the finish line. Paris Marathon as well have given a list of bars and restaurants on their website. I'll link it below again, another link down there. They've given basically a list of places that are going to be welcoming us in from 6 PM on the night of the race so we can all celebrate together, so definitely go and check that out. I personally am going to be in a pub called the Frog and Princess, I believe, from about 6:30 with a whole load of us on Twitter, so if you are around, come and say hi. That is where I will be, and it would be really cool to see you. Stephen on Twitter has asked, will we be hungover on Monday? Well, I'm personally not planning on it. I think I'm going to be suffering enough from having marathon legs anyway, but I'm sure there will be a lot of people who are going to be celebrating. So I think that's all of the Paris Marathon knowledge I have to give to you today, but if I've missed anything out, then leave a comment below with your question and I will definitely answer it if I can. If you're running this weekend, a massive good luck. I hope you have an incredible race and really enjoy it. Paris is just the most brilliant city ever, so I really hope you have a great time and just enjoy it. It's going to be so much fun. It's a once in a lifetime experience. If you spot me as well, don't forget to say hi. It would be so cool to see you. I will be wearing my green shirt and compression socks as you saw in my last video, and I'm going to have MarathonHarry on my back as well, so hopefully I'll be really easy to spot. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!